Hi everyone, we are 1 minute early. So just let me know in case you are able to see me and hear me. Just a very quick thumbs up, a hello, all that stuff. It will help me understand that you are able to hear me and see me. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, hi Sandeep. Hi Kondiru. Hi Sunny. Hi Sahil. Hi everyone. Hi Shashwat. Hi. Awesome. Okay. So, guys, I'll keep it brief and to the point today because I've been getting a lot of messages that, hey, Akshat, market is falling. What should we do? I will try to keep this live stream chat only to 25, 30 minutes max. I will try to answer as many questions as I can post that, but I'll definitely wrap this up by 7:40, right? So that's a hard deadline for me. So I'll have to move at like 7:40. So this is a very impromptu chat, but a very important chat because I've been getting a lot of messages that markets are falling. What should we do? Should we sell everything? Should we buy more stuff? Should we average it? What about Tata Steel? There is one person who comments on every single video of mine that this is the 10th day that I'm asking you to talk about to talk about sale and other steel stocks. So I'm going to have a brief discussion about that as well. Okay. So that's one. So four things I'm going to talk about today. Nothing fancy. Number one, I will talk about overall macros in the market right now. That where do I see the market going? Is it going to consolidate? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Second, I'm going to discuss a few key stocks, right? Very important, your favorite section. So I will talk about this. Oh, is it difficult to hear you? Okay. I hope it is okay now. No one else is saying that. Okay. Three, I'm going to talk about IPO in context of Paytm's IPO, right? So this is like a very hotly debated topic right now, what to do with Paytm IPO. So I will briefly touch upon that. And finally, I will talk about job market. Okay, so there is a reason why I will talk about job market because this is very important macro indicator. It indicates what is going to happen in the next few months or probably a year and a half, 2 years in the stock market also. Okay, and also do watch my video that gets released today at 8:30. I have talked about tax saving strategies. You will love it. Humble request to everyone who is watching this, please do watch my video that gets released at 8:30. Very, very important video for you because now it will not be easy in the stock market to make money like it was till last year, right? So last year was a crash year. All the people who entered did fabulously well. Now it will become harder and harder. So it's important for you to understand how to save taxes also. So do watch that very important video that gets released at 8:30. So I have explained a lot of strategies there. You will love it. Okay. All right. Okay. I will talk about Aarti Drugs. Okay. So don't worry. I have picked 4 or 5 stocks that I received inputs on. So I will speak about that. So let me start our conversation today, right? So first, let me very briefly, quickly cover about. So someone has asked me, so let me take one question very quickly. Hey sir, what will be your best pick for 10, 20 years long-term investment, and how much will be the return prospect? So Palm Sura, honestly, like there is no 10, 20-year horizon nowadays. Businesses are changing at a rapid pace. The valuations cannot be done keeping 10, 20-year, 30-year window in mind, right? You can definitely do a prognosis of what is going to happen in 3 to 5 years max. That's it. That's the visibility that we have. These days, it's not like that you just buy and literally forget, right? So you have to keep a check of the stock market. You have to keep a check of your investments, what is going to happen, right? So let me give you an example, very quick example. So I have Aarti Drugs in my portfolio. A lot of people have asked me that, Akshat, you made a video on Aarti Drugs. It is falling. Couple of points there, right? So one is that stocks can go up and stocks can go down. This is not like fixed deposit investments that it will give you like monthly return or yearly return or 6 months return. That is not going to happen, right? So should you sell RT drugs, right? Because it has gone down by like 15-20%. The answer is no. Why? I can clearly defend it, right? Because for example, if you go and check the last 2 year data of RT drugs, you will see that quarter on quarter sales have been increasing, profits have been increasing. The stock right now is not trading at its all-time high. So one of the principles that I gave out on my previous videos was the Reed Alio principle, that if the stock is depicting highest ever profits and highest ever revenues and it is not trading at its highest ever price, it will recover. It is a decent stock. So unless you see something fundamentally off, it is a decent stock to have. I'm not saying that go and purchase it and don't go sell it. All that analysis you have to do. But I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it because of wide variety of factors primarily, but the primary factors being revenues being high and profits being high. Okay, so I hope this point is clear, right? So let me very quickly take you through important points for today. All right. So let me talk about macros. Point number one: where do I see the market heading? What is going to happen? So according to me, the markets are going to consolidate going forward. It why, right? Very simple argument. I have made several videos on this topic also, that markets can only go up to a certain height, right? It has already climbed up, right? If you consider the pre 2020 levels, when the major crash happened, we were trading at 12,500 nifty levels approximately. Now we have moved up to 18,300. So the run up has been massive. Now the markets cannot continue to go up forever, right? They have to consolidate, they have to rest, they cannot keep on sprinting all the time, right? So the markets are not going to go up in a massive format. What was the reason for this rise from 12,500 to 18,300? What was the reason for the rise? The reason was simply excess money printing. There was excess liquidity in the market, due to which a lot of money flew to stock markets also, crypto markets also, and bunch of other asset classes also. So because of which the all these assets got inflated, and there was something called as asset price inflation that has happened. So this is the macro part of it. Now, small amount of tapering has already started happening. IPOs have already been released. So to cut the long story short, the macro perspective is that going forward, the markets are going to consolidate. For how long, no one knows for sure. But it seems to me that at least it should consolidate for a year at least, right? So that is my viewpoint. Which brings me to point number two, that if markets are consolidating, what is it that you should be doing? You should avoid unsystematic risk. Okay, so now I'm making it a little bit technical so that you can learn a few things also. I talk a lot about this on my courses also. So here I'll try to be brief and I'll try to explain this point also. Let's see. Basically, what happens is that if in the market, what happens is that there are two types of risks. One is systematic risk and one is unsystematic risk. Okay, so systematic risk means that this is a risk that you can't do away with. For example, 2020 COVID happened and everything crashed. So if any stock that you're holding, it also crashes, it is not your analysis fault, right? So that is the problem. Now, with unsystematic risk, so this is a systematic risk. And if you talk about unsystematic risk means that you're going in the market and unnecessarily speculating. For example, a lot of people purchased bunch of IPOs right now without thinking about it, purchased it at a higher price, bunch of different things, bad stuff, right? So you're taking unnecessary risk. If you are buying shares that have unnecessary risk and they are not giving you a lot of rewards, then it's a problem. So in a consolidating market, it becomes more and more important for you not to take these type of risks. Okay, so any views on BPCL? By the way, huge admirer. Thank you, Akash. So see, no. So I cannot see. I'm not here to give like stock recommendations per se, that hold this stock, sell this stock. To be honest, that is a futile exercise because you might have more than 15, 20 stocks in your portfolio. You need to have conviction level. But I will discuss 4 or 5 key stocks, and you will that will help you understand what to do with BPCL and Trident also, right? So just wait out for section 2. I will be quick. I will help you understand that point more. Okay. But individual stock recommendation, I'll not say that you do this or do that. I'll use it as examples and I'll help you understand my point. Okay. All right. So, all right. Now, so I hope you got the point that in this sideways moving market, please do not take unnecessary risk, right? Please don't go and put insane amount of money in IPOs which you do not understand. Don't go and buy like really bad stocks. Don't go and buy overpriced average stocks, right? Now, how do you decide that something is overpriced or not? Without going into a lot of technicalities, one simple way of identifying it is that look at the 200-day moving average line, right? What is 200-day moving average line? So if you go on different indicators, right? If you put a simple indicator called as 200-day simple moving average on TradingView or any other portal, you will be able to easily ascertain what 200-day moving average line is, right? Right now, stocks like HDFC Bank, HDFC AMC, HDFC Life, they are all inching towards their HUL, Hindustan Unilever, right? These are stocks that are trading at approximately their 200-day moving average line, and I'd purchase these stocks today. Okay, not kidding, right? So I will show you all these stocks on my live investment video also. Why? because if you don't invest your money in a falling market, you will never make money, right? So you actually make money in the falling market. That is where the magic happens. So it's very important for you to understand that you have to purchase stocks that are not overpriced, right? So right now, a bunch of stocks are not overpriced at all. They have fallen. For example, I get a lot of questions that Akshat, Hindustan Unilever is falling. Is it a bad stock to hold? No, it is a great stock, right? There is nothing, no problem with Hindustan Unilever. It is a good stock. It is available at a decent price. Same goes for HDFC AMC. It is a good stock. It is available at a decent price. HDFC Bank, again, a good stock available at around its 200-day moving average. However, this is not a buying or selling recommendation. Again, saying it again. This is not a buying or selling recommendation. Why? Because markets can fall further. For example, right now we are at approximately 17,500 Nifty. Now, if market falls to 16,500, don't you think that HDFC Bank will fall further or HUL will fall further? It will fall, right? It will 100% fall. But that does not mean that you are buying a bad stock right now, because there is a rationale behind why you are buying these stocks. These are not overpriced. You're not buying a commodity or an asset that is overpriced or that is bad, right? So let me illustrate this point by talking about three, four key stocks that you have asked me to talk about. Okay. So Bharti Dasan asks me that, hey, talk about sale. Okay, so let me start the story with sale. Okay. If you take a look at the numbers for sale, right, the revenues numbers and the profit numbers for sales, what do you see? You will clearly see that the last 2 years have been the most profitable year. If you take a look at the trailing 12-month revenues and profits for sale, great stock to have in your portfolio. There is absolutely no problem from a sales perspective. It can fall to whatever level, right? Because stocks are volatile. Stocks are not like fixed deposits. Fixed deposits, if you want, you see, guys, you have to accept the fact that markets will be volatile, right? It's not as if that you have purchased a stock today and tomorrow it goes up by 5%, day after tomorrow it goes up by like 20% or 30%. That will not happen, right? So please understand the point that stocks will not go up in a straight line fashion. It will never, ever, ever, ever happen. Your job as investor is very simple, that please pick good stocks, please pick sensible stocks, please pick stocks as per the macroeconomics, right? For example, if you go and start speculating now in today's market, that is not worth doing. Okay. So, to cut the entire story, to bring together the entire story, what about sale? Numbers are good. There is absolutely no problem with the numbers. This is data that I'm not making up. Numbers for Aarti drugs is very good, right? The last 2 year performance has been the best, right? Same goes for sale. Last 2 year performance has been the best, right? So the stock prices will come up for these type of stocks, right? That's part A. Second, you need to understand it from the context of the industry also. For example, sale, what does sale do? Sale is a commodity driven stock, right? So it's a commodity stock. It trades in steel, right? And if the steel prices fall globally, or if the demand shrinks for some reason or the other, then of course a stock like sale will suffer with it, right? So that's a risk that you're assuming by getting into these type of stocks, right? So I hope this helps you understand about the context of sale. I have it in my portfolio, not huge amount. I have it in my portfolio and I'm very okay holding it. Even if it falls by further 10%, I'm not going to sell it, right? Because the numbers outline that things are fine for sale. There is no problem there, right? So that is about sale. Let me comment on two HDFC stocks, because some of you asked me that, hey, Akshat, HDFC Bank and HDFC AMC, what are your views? Are you holding it? I am buying more of it, right? Again, not a selling or buying recommendation. Please do it at your own, from your own perspective. But simple point is that all these stocks are available at a good price right now at their 200 DMA. Good solid banks have been doing well. It's a defensive stock strategy for me, that I consider HDFC AMC to be a semi-defensive stock. It is not like IDC. And same goes for HDFC Bank. It's a mature bank, no major problem per se. It will grow with time, and of course it is going to hit like its previous high. Simply put, right? There is absolutely no fundamental problem with HDFC Bank. It is just that market is going down, therefore something like HDFC Bank is going down. Now comes the third stock that I want to talk about, which is Tata Motors. Okay, I do not own Tata Motors. If you check Tata Motors, in the last, I was checking the data, in the last 41 odd days or 50 odd days, it has gone up by by a huge percentage. Would I go and buy it now? I am not doing it, right? So I'm not doing it. It is your prerogative if you would want to go and buy it from that perspective. I'm not doing it personally. Okay. So that is my viewpoint on Tata Motors, right? Why? Because it might be a great company, but the automobile industry is very cyclical in nature, and Tata Motors has already given a massive run up. So there is no point in trying to buy a slightly overvalued stock right now in a market that might consolidate or go sideways now, right? So, for example, what do I mean by sideways market? Super simple. That, for example, now if the market Nifty dances around 17,000 to 19,000, it just keeps on hitting this range over and over again, right? For the next 1.5, 2 years, because Tata Motors has already given so much run up, there is no upside left to for me to buy into to get any massive returns on it, right? But even if I buy something like HDFC Bank, at least there is scope for it to go up, right? When the Nifty goes up to 19,000, most likely, and this is my prediction, that banking stocks are going to do fairly well when the Nifty now next moves from 17,500 to 19,000, right? So that is where I am putting my money, right? I'm just telling you, right? Very, very honestly, whatever I'm doing. Okay. All right. So that's about that. What other questions did I get? HDFC Bank covered, HDFC EMC covered, uh, s- Sale, Tata Steel, same story, right? Tata Motors covered. Aarti Drugs, I have briefly spoken. But see, in the pharma industry, a bull run has already happened, right? A major part of the bull run has already happened due to 2020 COVID crisis, and that has sort of played into different pharma stocks, including Aarti Drugs. I am an investor in it. I am holding it. The numbers have been good. Bull run is will still continue to happen at some stage for pharma industry, no doubt about that. But only hold a stock like Aarti Drugs if you're okay being a long-term investor. I am an investor who at least takes like 1.5, 2 year perspective on things when I'm entering into something new. So if you ask me what 3, 4 stocks I'll be bullish about right now, I've already made a video on this. It will be Hindustan Unilever, safe stock. I'm looking at safe stocks right now. Asian Paints I had already purchased, told all of you about that. I had already purchased Page Industries. It has already given 25-30% profit since the time I had made that video. All these are bulk purchases for me. HDFC Life Insurance, done that, right? Same goes for like insurance sector. I'm very bullish. Again, I had made a separate video on that topic. So this is my viewpoint, that I'm going and buying like sensible stocks right now. I'm not purchasing overvalued assets as of now, even if they are extremely good stocks, because I'm just waiting for the market to consolidate. Once it consolidates, then I will revise my strategy. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now let's quickly talk about section number 3. And the section number 3 is regarding the IPOs. I have received a lot of questions that, hey, Akshat, IPO, can you talk about it? So guys, I already make videos. You can go and check it, corroborate the dates, right? I have mostly said no to majority of the IPOs. I will not take names. An IPO gets launched, it loses a lot of value. It is speculation. It is not investing. Please do not do it. Please don't squander away your hard-earned money, because a lot of new retail investors, many of you might have just come into stock investing, right? And then you would see people making 50%, 60% return a year. That is not sustainable. People are not going to continue to do it year after year, right? You have unfortunately come in a time where you will imagine that everyone makes in the stock market 50, 60, 70% return a year. Do you realize that if you are making 50% return a year in 1.5 years, your amount will get doubled almost, right? Because the rule of 72 says that. So the problem is that please don't try to be a maximalist. Please don't assume that, what, every year I have to make like 50% return or 60% return. Be safe, be happy with 15, 20% return. If you're making that, you will be filthy rich, right? Filthy rich, not just rich. Okay. Because rule of 72 tells us this: 72 divided by the amount return that you're making, right? So 72 divided by 15, right? So roughly 4.5 years, your money gets doubled. And if you keep on doing it, you will become very, very rich. So 15% return is not bad at all, right? Even mutual fund managers are not able to give that type of return. Majority of mutual fund managers, right? So be very happy and trade sensibly in the market. You don't need to make 2x, 3x, 5x returns. Play safe, right? If you are able to mitigate risk, learn about risk mitigation, make notes from my videos, all that stuff. Learn about risk mitigation, learn about markets, and don't do speculation in the market. People who have unfortunately lost money or are like sitting on a loss on Paytm's IPO, I don't know how to value the business anymore, right? From the simple fact that I can't answer what Paytm does. This is the same video that I had released, right, a few months back, 5 or 6 months back. You can check it on my channel. I have tweeted about it today also. I had literally given out the answer that, hey, I asked you on that video that, hey, can someone explain what Paytm does? I got like really weird, all sorts of responses. When you are getting like mixed signal from a business, when their business strategy is not clear, it becomes a slight problem from that angle, right? So please do not do that type of stuff unless you understand business. Please don't go and invest in just because everyone is telling you that you make money from IPOs. Now, in a sideways market, let us see how many IPOs actually get like positive listings. Let us do that analysis and see, right? Because the nature of the market also changes, right, with time, right? Last year the nature of the market was very different, now it is very different. Okay, so that is about the IPO. Please don't speculate unless you understand the business, and only gamble little bit of money. If you want to gamble, it's okay, right? But otherwise, let the firm get listed, let it consolidate, then buy it at good levels and sell it off when it increases, right? So at least you will have more data, so why speculate, right? That's my point. Fourth, let me talk about the state of the job market. This is the final thing. I'll wrap it up in 2 minutes and I will leave like 8-10 minutes for Q&A. Okay, so state of the job market is, let's see guys, basically I've talked about it on LinkedIn also today, one of my posts, very important post, that salary inflation is happening right now, right? So what is meant by salary inflation? So you might have seen that right now a lot of startups are trying to poach talents, right? So what is meant by that? It simply means, so any thoughts on IT stocks, Kanan? Basically, IT stocks. I'm only an investor in TCS. In India, I only invest in. I do not invest much in tech stocks. I invest in tech stocks in the US. Right. A lot of you comment that actually you are trying to promote like US stocks, because if I ask you that, hey, what are the three top tech companies in the world? They are based in the US. If I talk about three emerging tech ideas, they, fortunately or unfortunately or whatever we call it, they are also outside India. For example, crypto based ideas are coming outside US more compared to India. uh, Crypto exchanges are bigger in the US compared to India. uh, UI UX, right? For example, a UI path, right? That is outside India. uh, Robotic process automation, automated chats, all the major disruptive tech, metaverse, it's happening outside India. So therefore, if I have to invest in tech stocks, I'll go and invest there, right? And that is what I'm doing, right? So not a big investor in IT stocks in India, because these are service oriented companies in India. So yeah, that's my short answer there. Okay, so just to conclude the thought about the job market scenario, so see guys, what is happening in the job market right now is fairly simple, that uh, people, startups, a lot of money has been printed. Now this money gets aggregated in the hands of rich people, right? Because for example, if let's say government prints $1 billion, 1 billion new dollars, okay, now, it's not as if that this money will flow to the base of the pyramid. Most of this 1 billion new dollars will be aggregated. Almost 95% of it will, one way or the other, will get aggregated with rich people, right? These will be big rich VC funds, hedge funds, companies, all that, right? So this divide of rich versus poor keeps on going up every time more and more excess money is printed. Now, rich people, VC funds, etc., have like excess money. What do? They give it to startups, right, and invest in new businesses. What do startups do, right? Their valuations keep on going up, right? Some valuations do not even make sense, right? So some of the new startups are valued at almost like 70-80% levels that of Tata Steel, which is a 120-year-old company, right? So you can imagine the case here, right? So what am I trying to say? So I'm trying to say this, that as more and more startups get insane valuations, their affordability or their ability to pay more money to their employees also increases. So they will create what is called a salary inflation. So you will get into the habit of getting like insane salary, right? Is this bubble going to burst? According to me, and this is my prediction, and I'm making it openly, I think we are very close to it, right? So this bubble will burst as CPI inflation increases in a year or two, right? So that is where the problem will start, because then people will start fretting that, hey, no incentive to work, and that actually hurts productivity, right? So this is a signal that I'm looking for. If this happens, then I'm going to pull a lot of money out of the stock market at that juncture, right? And this is what I'm looking at, and therefore I said that, hey, keep an eye out on the job market, keep an eye out on taxation. Do watch my video today, which gets released at 8:30. Super important from that perspective, that you need to keep these job indicators in place, because what will happen first, right? The moment people's salaries get hit, they will withdraw money from the stock market, or they will not put any new money in it. AMC business will shrink a little bit, right? And that's a sign that we are that bubble has started to burst, right? So that is my thought on this entire situation. I hope that situation does not come. I hope sense prevails, but this is what I will leave you with, right? Now let me do like a very quick Q&A. I hope you enjoyed the session, by the way, right? I kept it precise to the point, 25 minutes only. uh, so now I'll start taking some questions. It is impossible for me to scroll through all these questions, but I'll try my level best to start taking questions that I'm getting now, right? Okay. Crypto, Nimish, I'm very bullish on cryptos, right? I'm in fact speaking on a podcast also with the Hindu newspaper, right? On that, where I'll be debating about cryptos. I'm not sure if they will allow external participants on it, but whenever the podcast gets released on that crypto debate, I will put it up, right, on my YouTube also. All right. And very bullish. I am investing in cryptos. Yes. Okay. In fact, see, guys, many a times when I post a video, I get comments that, hey, Akshat, you know what? You have like not investing in like Indian stock markets. You're investing in cryptos. Tell me who my favorite investor is. My favorite investor is Ray Dalio. Okay. What is like one key rule that Ray Dalio gives? Be diversified. Okay. So, and Ray Dalio himself is an investor in crypto. That is another side of the equation. The reason why he's my favorite investor is that he's open to different ideas, right? Because investment is not like a static business. It's not as if that whatever I'm studying today, it will be relevant 2 years from now. Things change, perspective change, your style of investing also changes, and you need to evolve because the world evolves, right? That is what the simple point is, right? Equitas Small Finance Bank is a very good bank. I'm holding it. I'm already on massive profits on it. IDFC is a very good bank. Tata Power, I don't know. Deepak Nitrate, I'm not an investor. IEX, I am not an investor. Amara Raja Battery is a good stock. PSU banks will give a run. That is my understanding. And PSU banks are value buys, right? As I have been saying on multiple of my videos. So they will continue to do that, right? Okay, so cryptos. So I am diversified. That is one principle that I follow. So I invest in cryptos from a diversification perspective. It's not as if that I have lost faith on stock market, therefore I'm going to cryptos. No, crypto is a diversification strategy. Pick up my 50 videos that I've done on my channel, and I've said it that hey, my portfolio is going to range between 5 to 20% of my entire portfolio will go to crypto. Right now it is at 10. Depending on the situation, I will increase it. Depending on the situation, I might decrease it, but 5% will always be there. Maximum it will go to 20%, right? Okay, so let me take, what do you think about PNB during the sideways market? It will go up because it's a value buy, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Multi-bagger, since there is no such thing as multi-bagger, no one knows what the multi-bagger is. If someone could critically identify multi-baggers, they will sell everything. They will even sell their kidney and put the money in the stock market, right, on that particular multi-bagger. No one can be sure. The principle of multi-bagger does not work. The principle of risk mitigation works. The principle of sensible investing works, right? That is what you can do. You can't go and bet your money on finding multi-baggers, right? Okay. See, guys, JP Power, I'm getting a lot of questions. So first and foremost, right, tell me that when I made the video, did JP Power not give an upswing of 20-25%? It did, right? It it worked, right? And it was a swing trade. I said it's a swing trade. Now, if people are greedy, they don't want to sell their stocks ever, it becomes a problem, right? Then they start blaming me that, hey, Akshat, you talked about JP Power. Bhai, I talked about JP Power, but I categorically said it's a swing trade. Please sell it off, right? Once it rises. That's it. Second, JP Power is still a value buy, right? According to me, I'm not asking you, especially now, to enter into JP Power. It's a value buy, right? Take it from that perspective. I'm the first time investor. I'm just getting a feel with Matic. What is the stable pricing of playing about? So ARG 625, honestly, like uh, okay, so if you're a first time investor in cryptos, then please stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Matic might not be the right move for you because it will have more volatility. Matic is doing something called as side chain optimization. Right now, this becomes a problem for you if you don't understand how it's competing with Ethereum, whether or not it will actually be able to add more value to Ethereum. Because if Ethereum migrates to ETH 2.2, Ethereum 2.0 network, then probably Matic might not be that good an investment, right? So please diversify. But yeah, long conversation. I'll just cut the long story short here. That please be a little bit careful. And if you're a early investor, or like if you're just investing for the first time in crypto, please start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. All right. Deepraj, thank you. Thank you, Manan. Uh, uh-huh. IRCTC, guys, I already made the video, right? And like the moment I made it, after 4 or 5 days, it has fallen a lot, right? So I don't even track IRCTC. It's an overvalued stock according to me. For a beginner, should I increase my mutual fund and investment in current scenario? Gajendra, if you're a mutual fund investor, then please do SIP based investments. That's it, right? You don't need to get fancy. Mutual fund is a way to do systematic investments, right? That is how you should do. You should not try to time the market that a market has fallen, so now I'll put like more money and all that stuff. Sometimes it's okay, but the entire viewpoint of investing in mutual funds is fairly simple. That please go and invest in a systematic format, that you're getting a salary of 50,000, your investable amount every month is 10,000. Please go and invest that 10,000 amount, whether the market is going up, whether the market is going down. Please note down the concept. What is dollar cost averaging, right? Or rupee cost averaging? I had made a video. Please watch it. You will get the entire understanding as to why am I saying it. Okay. All right. So Madhav says views on cryptos, SIP. Yes, you should invest in an SIP format in Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So that you are able to average the volatility. Okay. Abhishek says, what about new crypto pie coming at the end of the year? See, Abhishek, a lot of new things are coming up, right? For example, I'm very bullish about the NFT space. I'm working on a couple of startups in the NFT space also. Uh, it's a growing space. It's a fascinating space. I'm learning a lot about that space as well. It's a fast changing space, right? So this is something that according to me will create millionaires and billionaires going forward. So it's a great investment option in my opinion. I'm not saying that go and invest in Doge or go and invest in things that you don't understand. Please don't do it. Please be very, very sensible about investing in cryptos. But do learn about this space first and only then get into the crypto game. Don't try to catch every new crypto and every new idea, because any new idea that you will read in the crypto space, you will get fascinated by it, right? It will look like an amazing bet. Okay. All right. What about your short-term view on IDFC First Bank? See, Uday, very hard to say short-term view, but if you have to ask me, if you ask me that, hey, where the where IDFC First Bank is, if you have to ask me, right, to make a speculation here, then I would say that IDFC First will go up, because if we move in that 17,000 to 19,000 range, then if the market is moving towards that 18,500 range, then IDFC First will benefit from it, right? Because sector rotation is happening and it has not happened massively yet for banking. So it is only a matter of time that banking stocks are going to go up. So Apnil, what do you think about the Trident has been holding since 31? The fundamentals are also strong. Honestly, I don't track Trident, Swapnil, so I'm sorry. I'll not be able to answer that. RK, thanks for the advice. Enjoy your content, especially your diversified side. You do continue these monthly live sessions, maybe weekly, monthly. I will try, RK. Honestly, like I try my level best to do live chats. With so much going on, I also get caught up, so I'm not able to do it very often. Thank you. Sir, how are you able to keep such huge amount of concepts in your mind, all related to finance? Because Kumar, I study for 8 hours a day, right? That is my job, to study. I enjoy studying. My job is studying the investments that I make in different startups, different ideas. They are all education related. So therefore, I study at least 8 hours a day, something. Sold half of my portfolio just before the crash because I was consistent compounding, confused what to do. So, Chet, see, don't try to time the market. This is not a crash. Guys, see, 20% correction in the market, 10, 20%, 25% is not a crash. It's a correction. Okay, this is very, very basic. Unless you can't call a crash unless the market crashes by like 40% or so. Okay, so yeah. I hope that is clear. Now, what happens is that when you're trying to time the market, there is reinvestment risk. For example, in Suchet's case, he has sold his holding, profit, sitting on profit. Now, what do you do? Because if you have 100 rupees in your bank account, next year, due to inflation, it will 100% become 96. Then what do you do? So you have to go and invest. So you end up investing in some overinflated assets and you take loss, right? So therefore, don't try to time the market. If you are sitting in good stocks, continue to hold it even if it comes down. Not an issue, because there is a concept called as reinvestment risk. Okay. All right. Rajat says, I'm following you on US stocks. In case you exit any US stocks, please let us know so that we can also do the same. So Rajat, again, guys, I'm not here to like speculate from that angle. I'm glad that you are trying to mimic my strategies. Right? It humbles me. But see, please have a sense as to why are you entering versus exiting. Right? That is very, very important. But yes, point taken. I will try to give that information out. If I'm exiting something, I'm not exiting as of. Right? Harish, 40 lakh per annum salaries to 6-year experience. Will IT companies start firing? Harish, I don't think they will start firing at a massive level, but if the money is drying up, which is happening, right, because tapering is happening, bunch of different things are happening, then some layoffs should happen, right? That's my sense. Strategy for premium small case holdings with falling market: buy, rebalance, or exit. See, Arun, again, small cases work like most of the small cases would work like mutual funds. So you should invest like in an SIP format in small cases. So do it irrespective of what the market is doing. So if the market is going up, invest 10,000. If the markets are going down, 10,000. If the crash happens, still 10,000. If the market spikes up by like 50%, still 10,000, right? So keep on doing it. You will see averaging benefit. Again, please go and watch my video uh, on dollar cost averaging. Okay. ADA and Ripple, good SIP cryptos along with ETH. And how do you see PPCL's future? So, all right. So, in full disclosure, I have sold my entire holding of Oil India Limited, right? And I made like almost 110% profit on it, right? Uh, why? Because I don't want to hold like oil stocks as of now. There is nothing wrong with this PPCL, but the problem is that the major bull run has already happened in the oil commodities. According to me, I might be wrong, but since I already made 100% returns on my oil stocks, I have sold all of them. Right? XRP and Ripple and ADA are good. Cardano, I'm an investor, right? And I'm bullish about Cardano, but it's a long way from generating that user base yet, right? So the adoption is not moving at a very fast pace. So I have a very little portfolio dedicated to Cardano and crypto SIP. You should do it. Yes. Okay. Okay, Rohit, views on Lux Industries. That's a good thing. I haven't checked the buying levels as of now, so I can't talk about it. But overall, it's fine. Right? It's a decent stock. Okay. Justin, oh, finally, like I'm having a face-to-face conversation. Okay, thank you. Thanks for all the knowledge. Any suggestions for power stocks holding GIPCL in stock? So GIPCL is a good stock, Justin. Just now, how do I, sort of contact you on this, right? So just comment on one of my videos because I'll have to see the buying or selling levels for it. So I haven't done it like in a while. I haven't analyzed this sector. So I will try to do it and I will reply to you. I'll recall your name, Justin, right? So just reply on my today's video and I'll reply to you 100%. Okay. Okay, the 25% of my entire portfolio. Okay, guys, see, I mean, this is like really bad, right? I mean, if you go and invest 25% of your entire portfolio in one stock, which is a high debt stock, you're just unnecessarily killing your money, right? I mean, it makes me feel the pain right here because this is just like poor investing, right? I'm just sorry for saying it out loud, right? That this is just horrible way of investing. You're betting, right? I mean, you're betting 25% of your portfolio on one company. Please don't do it. Please don't invest more than 5%, maximum 7% of your entire capital of on stocks on one particular stock, right? Please never ever 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 do it. Yeah, don't do it irrespective of how good you feel about that stock. Okay, irrespective, right? I mean, if you feel that, you know what, 100% this is going to be the next big thing, at max devote 7 to 10% of your capital, not more than that under any circumstance. Okay, because you don't know what the internal dynamics of a company is. If some bad stuff happens with the management, if some corruption charges happen, this that, then you are ruining your financial well-being, right? I definitely feel crypto is a once in a lifetime opportunity, but as a commerce guy, I do not have the skills to take advantage. Would love to chat with you. So, Suchet, I only run a course, right? I unfortunately would not have the time to do one-on-one, right, calls from that perspective. I try my level best to do it. But feedback of the course has been excellent. If some participants are here, would love to hear their viewpoint also. And I've received a lot of positive things on that. So yeah, we are aggregating, recurating the website, a lot of testimonials, all that. Thank you so much on that, right? So, but yeah, that's the only thing that I can say, that crypto is great. Learn more about it and learn fundamentally, right? I do run a course. Do check it out if that makes sense. Alternate investment platforms like Club, Grip, any experience, your thought? I haven't explored it, right? So alternate investments, I have a very limited portfolio, so I haven't done it, right? Prabhakar asks, how you are doing a fabulous job. Thank you, Prabhakar. How about investing in Dogecoin crypto? So, Prabhakar, I never invested in it. I am learning about the meme coins. This is a See, again, as I said, that I am an investor who is open to change, right? Just because I feel that some dog coin does not have value does not make me right. I need to study the trend. I need to be open about change. It's, let's not call it dog coin, let's call it community coin. Do you know that, Doge and Shiba Inu, for example, calls the community Shiba Inu calls itself as a Shiba army, right? They are actually saving dogs, right? Now, how many people in the world love dogs? It might look funny to us, people who do not. I love dogs. I have a dog, by the way, and but for many that might look like ridiculous. That, okay, hey, is this even an investment? Why are they saving dogs? But a lot of people value it, right? So that's the perspective, that it's not a bad trend. Don't go and invest in Shiba Inu right now because it is overinflated. But keep an eye out for these type of trends. Right? Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Manan. Thank you. Go for Abhi. What average returns can we expect in next 5 to 10 years in US? IT stocks like Meta. So this is not IT stocks. Go for Abhi. This is tech stocks, right? For example, Facebook or Meta is now a tech company which is creating the metaverse. I'm an investor in it. I have already made videos on it. So I do feel very bullish. I am investing a lot of my money in top tech companies like Zoom. I have invested, UiPath. I have invested, and bunch of other top tier stocks like Airbnb has already given me 30% return. I invested 2 months back. So yeah, good from that. Deepak Nitrate, I don't hold Deepak Nitrate to be honest. So I can't comment anything, but Deepak Nitrate is highly inflated right now, in my opinion. It's way above like what its average price should be from that angle. I would not say, I don't know. Like, I mean, should you book the loss or not? I cannot comment. Sorry. Okay, Prabhakar, what about Paytm share? Is it good time? Please do not enter like these type of stocks. There is no history to it. Wait for a couple of quarters. Let the quarterly results be out. Let us hear what their management has to say. Then we will get a better understanding what they are actually trying to do. Right? Then we can buy it, right, from that. Justin, you just made my Monday evening. Thank you. I shall definitely comment on video. How about Granules Pharma stock? Just comment, Justin. And in case I'm not able to reply to you, if there are too many comments, just add like another comment. Okay, but I'll definitely remember your name, Justin, and I will 100% reply to you. Okay. Thank you, Nirakar. Thank you, Kunal. Anil, your thoughts on Cloudflare, GitHub? Atlassian is very good, right? So I get like very good feedback on it. I am not an investor in it, so I haven't looked about it from that perspective. But as a company, these things are very, very good, right? So all your GitHub, GitLab, Atlassian, all these are very, very solid companies. Yeah. Mad woman. Okay. Amritanjan, is this falling? Same about cams. To be honest, guys, I don't think Amritanjan is falling. I'm still in profit. I don't know how you guys like taking like a loss on Amritanjan. Or I might be like, today I haven't checked my Amritanjan stock. I might be a little bit in like loss, but it's not like if the stock, small cap stock falls by 3, 4, 5%, it's not a loss, right? It's a very good stock. I'm holding it. I will be increasing my position in it subsequently, right? That is what I'm thinking as of now. If new information comes, I will change my perspective. But as of now, I am on it, right? Your views on Amazon. So, Saurabh, except in the FANG category, I am only an investor in Meta because other stocks have already given a lot of run up, right? So I'm not investing in Amazon. Otherwise, it's a monopoly stock, right? Of course, very good, but the valuations are very high as per my understanding. I have 2 years of experience, MIM from a top tier or an MBA. I have made an entire video, Rishabh, on MIM versus MBA. But if you have 2 years of experience, then you should explore the MBA route because MIM is mostly geared towards freshers. So you will learn a lot from your classmates if you do an MBA. Okay. What else? Thank you, Sujit. All right, folks. So thank you so much. Right. So I unfortunately have a hard stop at 7:45. So I will have to leave. But I will continue to organize more such chats, right, whenever the time permits. Uh, okay. If money is drying up, is it a good time to go for MBA from top tier international B schools? Because dried up cash reserves will impact high paying jobs hiring. See, honestly, like you can't time your MBA per se, right? So try to do it whenever it is more convenient to you. Don't link it to like stock market investing. Okay, Rudravir, hey Akshat, what are your views on HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, from a long-term perspective as well as Shiba Inu? So Shiba Inu, I'm not investing, right? I will look for next Shiba Inu, right? That is something that I will keep an eye out. HAL is a good stock. right? There is no problem per se. I will double check it once. I'm not an investor in it, so I don't have the numbers right in my head right now. But HAL is a good stock. There is no fundamental problem with it per se. Okay, so okay. Already. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. We'll limit it to 45 minutes. Otherwise, these chats become really, really long, right? But it was a pleasure speaking with all of you. And I will see you on the next chat. And do watch my video today. Super important because it teaches you how to save taxes, bunch of other good things. So do give it a go, give it a thumbs up there, and do comment on it. I will personally answer. I will try to answer all the questions that I have not been able to answer through this chat there also. Okay. Thank you so much, and I will see you at 8:30. Right. So whatever questions and queries have not been answered, I will personally sit and reply today. Right. On that. Okay. Thank you.